I had had a question before, and I just got an answer, so I figured I'd share. I had wondered, well, I expected that they should be able to do this, but I hadn't seen it happen. But there she and her puppies are. So, I finally got to see that happen. The kicker is it wasn't him. It was him. The mod lets crossbreeding happen. And it did. But this is the first time I've actually seen a predator reproduce, despite previous opportunities. So I wanted to share that I finally actually got to see it. Little wild puppies are now on my map. The game I'm playing, I started with 2, and almost everything, well, almost all of the structures. This little bit of flooring is, I think, all that's left to deconstruct. Because structures, unlike these, don't have stuff that can sit out and break down. The components need to be hauled right away. I did also get a mod that gives you room for more nuance and more levels. The one criticism I have of it is the one place where I absolutely need more nuance. You can see the list of things it gives you. The fundamental problem I have with the hauling generally, this does not fix at all. Because it lumps all of the things that need nuance into haul general things. Crops that are going to rot outside or get eaten by other things, or both, cannot be a higher priority. Components that will break down if left outside cannot be it. All these other tasks can be priorities, and most of them don't matter that much. But the one place where I absolutely need that nuance, it does not exist. But having the capacity to break these down in different ways and in different orders so that things will get done somewhat more efficiently with less micromanaging is still better than not having it at all. But they had a real opportunity to fix a fundamental flaw in the hauling, because the game, for various skills, has internal priorities for when doing construction. This was one of those pre-made places with the pods for people to come out. There were 3 different tasks assigned. There was the deconstructing the walls and the contents, the removing the floor, and removing the roof. Removing the roof happened first, and then other deconstruction, and then they do the floors. There is internal prioritization for these individual tasks. They fuck it up with hauling. The base game fucks it up with hauling, and I really, really wish this mod, which has given me a lot more room to fix other things, just overlooked it entirely, and it's old enough that if it were gonna do it right, it would have done it by now. I could say the same thing about the game. If it were going to do it right, it would have done it by now. Things that can go bad should be highest priority, with other shit after. Period. Like, that's such a basic common sense thing that I don't know how nobody has bothered to correct it. And it means that this one, I still have to swap them. They're actually... This, I can... Nope, that's not what I wanted. You were actually a 3 with just hull corpses as higher, which makes it show as a 2 because that's the highest available in there, just like their gross shows it a 2, even though only their sewing is at a 2. Other shit, no. Other shit gets to wait. But the one who's doing the planting and the crafting, I have to keep swapping hers back and forth because she will leave the fucking crops out there to rot and go back to the tailoring. But if I don't swap it back and forth, she will start hauling all of the broken down buildings instead of doing what I want. No, I want her to be able to bring this shit in and then get back to the work I actually want her to do. The other shit can sit there and wait. That's why it's sitting there and waiting. I can't be the only one who's profoundly frustrated by the micromanaging that shit requires, or just having people solely dedicated to hauling. Just so that it doesn't, nothing sits out long enough for it to matter. But no. I don't know why they didn't get it right in the first place, or in any of the updates and patches since, and why the one mod that's addressed all the other things. Oh, it gives me up to 9 levels, so I can break these down more individually, and if there was the opportunity to do it here, I really would. But yeah. So anyway, I had opened this and started recording to show you puppies, because I finally saw that happen. But anyway, that it is what it is.